All right, everyone. Welcome to the January 28th health report for DexFi. And wow, what a day it's been. We are looking at a full-blown recovery rally. The fund has surged back to $1.75 million. But honestly, that's not even the biggest story. The thing that really matters today is the record-smashing volume. Okay, let's get into it.
But first, you know the drill. This is all for educational purposes only. It is absolutely not financial advice. Please always do your own research.
So I want to frame our entire explainer today around this one simple question. You see, a bounce can just be a temporary thing, right? A knee-jerk reaction to being oversold. But a rally suggests that something much more fundamental is happening under the hood. And today, the protocol gave us a very, very loud answer.
And here is that answer. $22.48 million. Yeah. While the fund's price recovery is the headline that's getting everyone excited, this number right here, today's trading volume, this is the real story. This is the engine that's driving everything else.
And look, this isn't just a big number for a Sunday. This is the single highest trading volume day in the entire history of the protocol. A brand new all-time record has just been set. Volume like this is just a massive signal of strength, you know? It shows deep liquidity and incredibly strong conviction from users.
And it didn't just squeak past the old record either. Oh no, it absolutely shattered it. Today's volume is a full 35% higher than the previous all-time high, which was set way back on December 29th.
Now, what's so wild about this is just the visual scale of what's been achieved. I mean, look at that difference. The previous record was a huge day, almost $17 million, but today just towers over it. That's a $5.79 million increase over the best day we had ever seen. This is what a healthy, growing, and super active ecosystem looks like.
So the obvious question is, what in the world is driving this explosion? Well, you can see it right there, taking up almost half of the entire pie. While other tokens are definitely pulling their weight, the clear engine of this record-breaking day is BNKR. It's responsible for nearly 44% of all the activity.
So let's zoom in a little bit and take a closer look at what is going on with BNKR. Because the story here is just staggering, and it directly feeds into the protocol's health and, of course, the fees it generates.
The trajectory here is just incredible. Just 2 days ago, on January 26th, BNKR volume was chugging along at under $200,000. Then yesterday, it exploded, a 24x jump to $4.7 million. And then today, it doubled again to almost $10 million. That's a 53-fold increase in just 3 days, generating an absolutely massive amount of fees for the protocol.
And this is the really cool part. This volume isn't just speculative noise. It is translating directly into big yield-generating positions. 2 brand new BNKR vaults have just surged into the top 5 overall. And get this, 6 of the top 20 vaults in the entire protocol are now BNKR-based. That is a fundamental shift in where capital is flowing.
Okay, so this is the crucial point, right? How does all of this record-breaking activity actually connect to the price action that everyone's so excited about? Well, this underlying strength is precisely what's fueling this comeback.
Let's just break down the raw numbers. From that low point of just over $1.5 million on January 25th, the fund has roared back, surging by over $245,000. That is a 16.3% gain in just 3 days. That's a powerful, decisive recovery.
And here's why this matters in the grand scheme of things. At its lowest point, the fund was down 24% from its all-time high. That's a deep correction. As of today, that drawdown has been cut by more than half. It's now sitting at a much healthier 11.6%. We've gone from a major correction to a pretty moderate one in just a matter of days.
And to put another pin in this recovery, we have now completely erased the dip that took us below those Christmas holiday levels. As of today, the fund is a strong 12% above where it was on Christmas.
Okay, let's switch gears and look at some of the other key health metrics, because the recovery story isn't just in the fund's total value. You can see it reflected across the entire protocol.
So for everyone who held strong or maybe even accumulated during that dip, hey, congratulations. The bond price has seen a fantastic recovery, jumping 15% in 3 days, from $56 to over $64. This is the direct reward for that conviction.
Now, some of you might have noticed the APR has actually decreased a little, from almost 32% down to about 27%. And you might think that's a bad thing, but it's actually a very healthy sign. See, as the total value of the fund goes up, the same amount of yield gets spread over a larger base, which naturally lowers the percentage.
An APR that drops during a price rally is exactly what you want to see.
And a quick check on our capital position shows everything is in really good order. The wallet's holding about 7% of the fund's value, and the protocol is staying hard at work with a 93% deployment rate, putting that capital to use, generating yield for all of us.
So with all of that data laid out in front of us, what's the final verdict on the health of the protocol as of January 28th? Well, I think it's about as clear as it gets.
The verdict is a resounding green. This is a recovery rally, plain and simple. We've got a $250,000 surge from the low. We have a new all-time record for volume. The drawdown from the high has been nearly chopped in half, and bond prices have bounced back beautifully. Every single key metric is pointing in the right direction. And this really brings us all the way back to that opening question. The fund is in recovery mode, yes, but maybe more importantly, the protocol is experiencing its busiest, most active day ever. That record-breaking volume happening during a recovery, that's the whole point. It's not just a bounce. It's a powerful statement that the yield engine is working harder than ever before.
And we'll end with our final reminder. This information is just for educational purposes. It is not financial advice. Please never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always be sure to do your own research before making any financial decisions. Thanks for tuning in.